Hey guys, are you feeling stiff or tight? Well, let's go through some mobility drills together and start feeling better. We're going to go from the top down, and we don't need any equipment today, just your body. So let's go ahead and get started. Make fists with your hands, so we just keep this nice contraction through the chest, down the arms, and we're going to start with the neck. So bring your chin down to your chest, and then just roll one ear over to one shoulder. And then let's go back forward again, and let's go to the other side. And then let's just go back and forth like this. You can start to go at your own pace if you want to go a little slower. I wouldn't suggest going much faster. If there is a point that you feel you want to spend a little bit more time on, go ahead and just stick it out, let it loosen up, and then go ahead and even it out on both sides. Bring the chin back to the chest and roll the head up. Let's twist. Now twist the head, look over to the left as far as you can, and then let's spin and look the other way. This one you definitely don't want to go too fast in. This is how you'll get dizzy. But just keep it nice and controlled. Find a little resistance on each side. Kind of push through that resistance lightly. Keep the neck, the back of the neck, and the top of the head reaching towards the ceiling. And then let's go ahead and look back center. Now we're going to take some full circles. So take the chin down to the chest. Now take the chin over to one shoulder. We're going to hop up and over with the chin to the other shoulder. And then roll down to the front. Now let's reverse and go the other way. Chin to shoulder, up and over, and back to the front. Let's reverse again. Now on this back part, we do not want to crank the back of the neck. We just want it nice and long. We want to just open up the front of the neck while keeping the spine nice and long. Let's do one more each direction. Find a good stretch on each part of this. And let's reverse one more time, going the other way. And chin to chest. Go ahead and roll it up. All right, let's move on down to the shoulders. Just give me some big shoulder rolls to start, just to get them loosened up. And let's reverse, bring them up and around. And now let's go into some single arm carves. So pick an arm, straight as you can, reach back as far as you can, push into the resistance, and then let's start to rotate. Palm rotates down, and we're bringing the arm down to where the pinky comes through at the center. Now we're going to reverse. Press back as far as you can, then rotate to bring it back up to where we started. Let's go again. Press into it. Now this whole time we want to keep this arm as close to our midline as possible. Reverse. Let's go back again. And we want to pretend that we're moving through some really thick substance, water, or whatever you want to picture. Just find resistance the whole way. So we're not just flailing around. We're moving with intention. Okay, bring that arm down. Let's go to the other side. Straight on. Press back first. Find your end point first while keeping the shoulder down away from the ear. Now rotate around till the pinky comes through at the front. Now press back as far as you can, and then when you can't go any further, start to rotate. Bring it up. Let's go again. Two more on this side. Check in. Make sure you're keeping that arm really close to the midline, as close as you can. Make sure we're working through resistance this whole time. We have one more. And also just focus on the arm bone literally rotating and moving around in the shoulder socket. That's what we want. That's mobility. And back up at the top and just shake out both your arms. Okay, we're going to do thoracic rotation. So we're only moving the top half of the spine. Nothing down here is going to move. Grab opposite shoulders. Bring the elbows down towards the belly button. Now bring one elbow out to the hip. And then we're going to go to the back, open up, and then bring the other elbow to the other hip. And then we stop it at the front. Let's go the other way. Opening up and Stop it at the center. Let's do one more each direction. Just try to keep breathing through these movements. It might be difficult if you're feeling super stiff, but force it. Force that breath to keep going in and out, nice and smooth. And we stop it at the center, release the arms, and just kind of roll it up. Okay, just a few twists here. Just some nice light twists. Should feel good. And we're just kind of looking for some pops and cracks. If you get them, awesome. If not, we're at least getting some more motion in our spine and just kind of waking it up. Okay, let's move down to the hips. So first, let's start with some hip circles. I want you to shove your hips forward. Feel a stretch right here on the front of the hips before we move on. And then we're going to go to the side, straight out to the side. Now we're looking for a stretch right here. And then press the hips to the back. Now we're feeling it in the hamstrings, maybe the glutes. And then on the other side, we're looking for that hip side stretch. And then we stop at the center. Now let's just round out those corners a little bit. Still finding each end range, finding each point where we feel that stretch. We want to get all the way there. And let's reverse. Let's go the other way. First, find your corners. Side, back, side, and front. Let's round it out, smooth it out, but still finding a stretch in each direction. Let's go ahead and do one more circle this way. And we're stopping at the center. Okay, let's continue with our hips. This time we're doing single leg. If you need something to hold on to, get next to a wall or a chair. Leg comes up first, knee comes up. Now we're going to take this directly out to the side. Now this is the part where it gets challenging. We're going to tip this foot up to try to come as high as that knee without compensating by moving the rest of our body. And the leg comes through at the bottom. Now we're going to reverse. Press straight back. So we feel it in the glutes back here first. Open out to the side. And back to the front. Let's do one more this way. Open out. Spin it around. Bring it down through center. Press it straight back, kind of like a kickback. Open out. And ending at the top at the front. Okay, let's go to the other side. Find your balance if you're working on balance. Knee up first, out to the side. Now focus on those hips. Make sure we're not compensating as you tip. Bring it to the back and down through bottom. Let's go back the way we came. Press it back, open out to the side, and stop it at the front. Let's go again. Open out, squeeze the glute back here, bring it through center, press it straight back. Let's finish up this last half circle. Whoa. Balance challenge, and set that leg down. And if you do want to try the balance challenge, it's cool. I just don't want you to focus so much on balance that you don't get to focus on the actual mobility of the hips. So make your own judgment call there. Okay, extension to fold. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's going on here. Hands low back. We're going to inhale, open the chest, extend back. And then exhale, hinge it forward. Coming all the way into forward fold. When you get down there, drop the arms, bend the knees. We're going to take a slow roll up. So tuck the tailbone first, roll it up through the spine, back up to standing. Let's do it again. Hands back here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, go the opposite way. Hinge, come all the way down. Drop your arms, bend the knees, roll it up. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Now your fold might look much different than mine. I can get really low because I've been doing forward folds for many, many years. If you need some brace, you can put your hands on your knees like this and not come all the way down. And then you can still just roll it up through the spine to come up. So just work with where you're at. Okay, let's go ahead. Come down to the floor. Let's just do a couple more here. So I want you to get those calves Next, so we're coming all the way down, we're going to use our body weight to press into this leg and open up the heel and the calf. So just lay on your leg. Sometimes I like to bring my hands up here. That kind of helps me press into it. The key is keep your heel down. Don't let it lift up. You might be back here. You might not, be getting too much into it because sometimes our calf and heel flexibility is pretty poor. And that's what we're working on. So we just want to get there gradually. Right now we're just leaning into it. And now we're going to add a little strength. So from here, I want you to press the ball of your foot into the floor. Press, 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 but don't let anything move. And then release. And then again, press through the ball of your foot and release. One more like this. Press, hold, and release. Now we're going to go the opposite. We're going to try to lift the toes up, but we're not going to let them go anywhere. So start thinking about flexing those toe lifting muscles. So we should light up all through the shin here, all through the top of the foot, and release and lift. So you see my toes aren't going anywhere, but they feel like they are. And go ahead and release. All right, just go ahead and come up off that. You can do some ankle circles to loosen it up if you need to. And then let's go to the other side. So get set up. Find a good position here to where you can get your body on top of this leg and then just find your groove. So it might be different than the other side. A lot of us have, different things going on different sides of the body. It's good to notice it, acknowledge it. We'll work on it, but right now we're just going to work with where we're at. So whatever you got to do with your hands, I like mine up here. Now we're going to add some strength. So let's start to press through the ball of the foot and release and press again. And you can do this with shoes. If you have shoes on, that's totally fine. This should still work. Press one more time. We're going to hold a little bit longer. Hold and release. Okay, now the opposite. We're going to try to lift up. So start thinking about lifting those toes, squeezing through the front of the shin, top of the foot, and release. And lift. And release. We got one more. Lift and hold. And release. And you might already see a difference in your calf and ankle flexibility. And then we can just kind of come off here, do a little ankle rolls. Okay, go ahead and make your way back up to standing. Let's just take a few deep breaths together. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms. We're going to get a little bit more active. This time I want a little squat. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, lower down. One more, a little squat, little sit down into it. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arms. And I hope you're feeling better, a little bit more mobile and warm. If you like this, go ahead and check out my YouTube page for some other fun things to do, mobility, yoga, all things there. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks.